Welcome to our first episode of Sis, Let's Work. I'm Karen Vaughn, and I am excited about my first guest. I like to call her the original Working Diva. She helped me launch the entire movement in 2000 during my first stint at 106.7 WTLC. At the time, it was 105.7 WTLC, and we launched the Working Diva Spa Contest at her salon and spa, Swing Time Total Salon and Spa on Keystone. Oh, it was beautiful. I loved walking into her salon and spa each and every time. I felt like I could just woo-saw for a moment or two. So welcome to Sis Let's Work, our very first episode, Miss Stephanie Kirkland. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Karen. It's good to see you.
It is so good to see you and so good to see a familiar face, and just thanks to you and everything that you do when it comes to beauty and fashion and living your life fabulously with balance. So thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
And, you know, like I said earlier, you know, you were the catalyst. You were the very first one that said, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get these women in here and help them relax and woo-saw. And, you know, my mom had her very first spa experience at Swing Time.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never forget, you lit the candles in her room.
Yeah.
You had a sharp day going. She was like, I have to take everything off. I'm like, well, you know, as much as you feel comfortable with, but she was laying there scared for her first facial, and you just made her experience so nice that she still has the on her refrigerator to this day.
I love it. I am still quite a few women's first spa experience, you know, even in 2021. So it's still a joy. I can't believe it. It's still an absolute joy to pamper us sisters.
In this past year, you know, self-care and wellness is just so top of mind and definitely needed. And we've all had to transition or pivot during this time. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, in launching this series to where, you know, I can come together with women and gather and talk about what we're going through, launching, you know, our businesses, how we can help each other, how we can connect, and how we can all grow and thrive together.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen, sis. You're doing it, Karen.
Let's work. Let's do it all. And I remember Swing Time. And then when I came back the second time, you had launched My Sister Stuff, which is 10 years. The 10-year anniversary. Congratulations.
10 years old. Yes. It's been quite the journey to get My Sister Stuff to where she is today. And I can see my sister smiling down on me right now. I know she's proud.
Oh, she definitely is. Definitely proud.
For sure.
You know, turning, you know, your purpose and your love for your sister into a thriving brand is just amazing.
Yeah, I get chills when you say that.
Yeah, from the walls of Mint Salon to the internet and beyond. You know, tell everybody the My Sister Stuff story.
So 10 years ago this month, my older sister was diagnosed with an acute myeloid leukemia. And so it was a really, really rapidly progressing kind of cancer. She surpassed her prognosis by a year. But in that 6 years that I got to spend with her, she poured, you know, just so much into me about who I am and who she thought, you know, that I could become as a business owner, as a woman, as a wife, as a sister. And so all of those things, you know, that she shared with me through scripture, through prayer, through her struggle, through me basically holding her bag for her, holding her stuff as she was going through. It just turned into something just really, really, really powerful. And I know, like right now, she's smiling down saying, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it, beautiful girl. You can do hard things. And she would say that to me. so often. And I'm really excited to be doing this and watching the brand, just come alive. And it's been amazing. Oh, the growth has been amazing.
I remember going to my sister's stuff the very first time, and this is a piece. I want to say from 2015.
Yeah.
It's a black and white striped maxi dress. I feel like I am at brunch every time I put this dress on because I can be carefree. I can dress it up. I can dress it down. And I just feel so cozy, so chic, so stylish. Tell us about, some of the garments that you have in my sister's stuff, and how did the development of, I just like to call it, just really bohemian chic, casual, but fun and classy.
Yeah, I love it. My sister she was more of the casual, the chic, kind of dresser. And I was more of I needed a little bit more bling and pow, but I had to merge like those two visions together to come up with what I call the casual chic, look that we have. And I love that all of the pieces that I carry in the store transition from day to night, from the office to the dinner dates, the girls' night outs. I mean, really the clothes are super comfy, just built for just our lifestyle, like whatever you need it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love a good, from work to a girls' night or night out look.
Yeah.
Because there are many times you just don't have time. You don't have time to stop home and flip your wardrobe and then roll out. And sometimes you have to flip your purse and you forget a wallet. No.
Yeah.
Just from 9 to 5 to 5 to 9. We like
you can find pieces. You can find pieces in my boutique because, like I said, I'm the wild card. So every now and then I do carry these wild card, pieces, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know she had that, but I'm the wild card. So you just got to stay tuned to see what I have.
In launching a business, we know the theme of casual chic with a little bit of pow, right? Now, what was your thought process in developing and marketing the boutique? You have fabulous clothes, right? How did you expand the brand to where you're developing your customers online, you're developing your customers within the salon? Because I think a lot of times we have these great ideas in lawn businesses, especially with boutiques. You see them pop up every single day. How did you set yours apart?
Well, for me, it started with my girlfriends just loving my style. So it started with just a core group of friends that were like, hey, you really need to do this. We love your style. Do not change a thing. So if I had to give somebody advice on how to start it, I would say the best thing that you can do is just be authentic. Because there are a lot of boutiques out there and there are a lot of people doing a lot of different things, and you can get caught up in what everybody else is doing, but it's not really your story. It's not really your lane, so to say. But if you stay true to your style and your identity, because that's the thing that people fell in love with you for, then I think that'll definitely take your success to another level, to a different level. And you won't look like a copycat. You won't look like you're doing, what the next boutique is doing, so just stay true to yourself, your vision, your style. And there's a girl out there for you that's going to fall right into what you're doing. So.
Yeah, I believe that and echo that. When you find out what your superpower is and what makes you special and what makes you authentic, and you hone in on that superpower in your niche, there's no stopping you because you understand who you are, whose you are, and your why. I think knowing your why is very important. Are you here to help women discover who they are, fashionably, or are you just here for a check?
Yeah, and it'll show itself. Yeah, it'll show itself in the end if you're just out, to make a quick buck, or if you are truly in it for the transformation of women to build confidence in women, so it'll come out, so I feel like you better be being true. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise it'll come out. Like the scripture says, it'll all come to the light, sister.
Yeah, all to the light. And you want good light.
And you want good light.
Yeah, you don't want the wrong light, right?
Absolutely.
Stephanie, share with us, what was your first big win with My Sister stuff?
Oh, my first big win. I have to share. It was my very first pop-up shop.
Okay.
And it was, that was an early win. It was my opportunity to be there with a lot of women all at one time, to be able to make suggestions about color, about fit, about style, to find out firsthand what they need, as far as style goes. So from that one experience, it carried, over, because then I became a listener, so I wasn't just shopping, from the things that I loved. I actually was able to find out what the women needed, in that very first event. And so I feel like that made a huge difference. So yeah, it was a big win in more ways than one, I should say.
Yeah. It's really smart to know exactly what you are moving towards when it comes to your brand, right?
Right.
Even more special when you listen to what people say.
Yeah.
Because you have a thought, but then there's perception. And perception is reality. And they're telling you, your target market is telling you what they want, what they need, what they see in you, what they believe in you, what they believe you can do. And listening to that and taking it to the next level is so important. Many have big wins, but how do you maximize that big win? It's like, I had this great moment. How do I maximize it for the future?
Right.
So for you, it was listening and taking in that indirect target group to let you know exactly what their expectation was and what they thought you could do and what they see in you. That's amazing.
Right. And it allowed me to start to create some momentum, in what I was doing and what I was trying to do, so yeah, lots of wins there, Karen.
We talked about 2020 and how we've all had to pivot. I think we've heard the word pivot enough in the last year, but it's fact, right?
Fact.
How have you used this time to transition your business? Not only do you have My Sister stuff, but you're also, a hairstylist as well, an amazing stylist. So you have the beauty world, the fashion world, that when COVID happened, those worlds stopped. And it was, not only devastating to us, or like my mom, who's at every Thursday at 1:30 going to the salon, and for months that just stopped. So it was detrimental to those in business as well. How did you transition your business during COVID-19?
Right. The funny thing, in December 2020, I was already thinking to myself, how do I want to start to transition myself from behind the chair? When COVID happened, I didn't have time to think about it anymore. I was like, okay, we're already, from behind the chair. So now what are you going to do? I saw so many of my peers in the industry that didn't have a backup plan. And I was like, these are my people, and my heart was going out, to my people. So I just from behind the chair, had to throw myself into this virtual, world that I really wasn't uncomfortable with. I've always been like this behind the chair, behind the scenes, kind of success just came to me. Now I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to have to get, success, and I'm going to have to make this happen, So I honestly feel like 2020 was a time for me to just tap in and just listen, spiritually, what it was that the Lord was trying to tell me to do. And then just go out there and just help as many people, as I possibly could while I was trying to help myself, to overcome, not being able to be behind the chair. How are you still going to, provide? And how are you still going to do what you love, but do it in a different way? So there were so many things. So yeah, I mean, I really had to just tap in and just listen to what the Lord was trying to tell me. I wrote a lot, through that time. And towards the end of the year, I started talking about, I have to put some things on paper. I have to share some things, with my group, in particular, so we don't come to this again, because there's going to be another time when things are going to slow down.
Yep.
Or shut down, again. But do you have a plan in place? So.
Yeah, I had this same conversation with a couple of girlfriends, during the beginning of COVID, and saying, you know what, there's some things we have to reposition.
Yeah.
We need to reposition our time, our finances, and our wellness. And those were the top three things. And, was okay with saying no.
Right.
No, I can't go out. It's COVID. I'm not going to meet anybody anywhere. In the early stages, it was work home in my own little bubble. But during that time of being in my bubble, just discovering so many things about myself and tapping into me and what helped me to succeed. Because if I'm not succeeding and I'm not living my best life, I can't help others do that. And my family won't as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Karen, let me tell you this. I found that I was stronger, I was smarter, I was more savvy than I ever gave myself credit for. The things that I accomplished, because a lot of people didn't know that my husband was in Atlanta the entire time during COVID. So we were separated the whole time. So it was just me and my son here at the house. And the things as a mom that I had to try to protect him from and still try to keep my own, sanity. He was home from school, he didn't know what was going on. He wanted to be around his friends. So, having to be a comfort for him, understand, his outburst, and try to keep my own outburst to a minimum, but I learned so many things about myself during 2020. And I'm just like, wow. And I hope everybody did, because one thing I said is that we cannot come out of this the same way that we went in.
No.
Yeah.
It's not a situation where you idled.
No.
Maybe in the beginning, because you're trying to find your pacing, but then the momentum kicked in and like, well, first of all, we're not going back to life the way it was, right? That there's no new normal. This is what it is, right?
This is what it is.
And every day it's going to change because we don't know what the future holds. But you need to be ready.
Right.
And to your point of knowing your superpower of being more resilient, being more savvy, balancing your time. Now it's what is important to you, and we are right there with that tunnel vision of what is important and going for what is important. And at that point, there are things that have fell to the wayside that aren't even important anymore that we thought were important.
Right. That's so true. That is so true.
Yeah. So, when it comes to business, it also comes to life and getting things in perspective, right? Yes. And pivoting your business and now you're home and you're still doing hair and you're helping women look and feel fabulous. That is a great feeling that you are able to continue on with what you're doing. What would you say to women that are watching now, that are listening now, and feel that they have hit that wall? They haven't tapped into their superpower yet. They still want their business to thrive. Either it's not that they don't know how, it just may be a bit beaten down.
Yeah, I would say you have to be willing to do something that you've never done before. You know the saying, if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same result. I would just encourage them to try something different, and listen, watch, but don't try to be a clone. Because there's something out there that's gonna click. Sometimes when I'm feeling, at that down point, or I feel like I've hit a wall, sometimes the best thing that you can do is just encourage somebody else. That's always my favorite place to start when you're on that social media grind and you're like, okay, nobody is liking my post. Nobody is commenting on my post. The best thing you can do, sis, is to go like somebody else's post, go comment on somebody else's post, and just start to be the thing that you want, to see, be the change that you want to see happen. So yeah, I know that wall well, because she's hit it, so yeah. So I try to say, try something totally different, get outside of your box and just go love on somebody else when you need some love, girl.
Yeah.
It works.
And if you can support a sister.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Click the cart.
Yeah. Don't check out the cart. Yeah.
And then check out.
That's right. Yeah.
Because, the more that we are able to tap into each other and help each other, be a blessing to someone else. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
That is an amazing place to start because you're thinking outside of yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. So sis, we have a short feature within the interview where we ask, what do you need, sis? Is there anything that you need in your business? Are there other types of businesses that you're trying to partner with and connect with? This is your time to say, this is what I really need for my business. If there's a sister out there that does this, let's connect.
I agree. I would love to partner, with some other stores. Sometimes there's merch that I would like to bring into the store, but I'm not wanting to bring in a mass quantity, but would love to hook up with other boutique owners that feel like, hey, this is in my range. My girl would like this as well. Hey, let's split this. Or if there's a young intern out there, honey, that wants to just come and tag and help me restock and unbox, I would love to just get a younger, girl next to me working either in the salon or in the boutique with me, as well. So those would be my ask. Would be my ask.
Well, that's what sis needs, and that's what sis is gonna get. How about that? We're gonna put that out.
Let's get it. Let's get it, girls.
So if you're watching or listening now, go on over to IG, shop my sister stuff, and drop a DM in Stephanie's box. She's looking for you. And come correct.
Don't play now. Be on your A game. But yeah,
yes. So as we're looking towards the springtime, oh my goodness, we are like steps away from it.
Right here.
What are some of the hair and fashion trends that you are seeing for spring 2021?
Well, you know what? Funny you should ask, because your girl is all natural here. So I am no longer, not that I am opposed to relaxer because she is my best friend, but I was able to actually go natural over COVID. So come spring, come summer, we're going to see a lot of really, really cute natural hairstyles. I'm hoping that the ladies really just decide to let their hair go, in the summertime with more wash and goes and not so many extension type, cover up hairstyles. I hope they really let it, because we're going to be in a season where everything is coming new. So I want them to really let their hair breathe and, just be light.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole season is going to be, it's going to be light and airy. It's going to be much different than spring of 2020 because we had such a heavy feeling over us, heavy emotions over us. So I want us to go into this spring with just more of a light and airy, feeling of, this freeness, with our style and with our hair, everything free flowing. I don't know about you, girl, but I don't like stuff all just hugged up on me all the time.
I'm in this maxi for a reason.
It's maxi for a reason, girl. But yeah, I am celebrating that whole spring theme and just coming into yourself and just being free.
Yes. I hear songs like, for me, it's always a playlist, right?
Yes.
So I hear Back in the Day by Erykah Badu. I hear the song just free.
Yeah, all of that, girl.
So, I have a Carefree playlist on my phone. So you have that. That is the word for spring, carefree. I absolutely love it.
Carefree. Yeah, and we don't have to be, so structured, all the time. So it'll be nice. It'll be beautiful. I have a lot of nice pastel colors, for spring in the line right now. So I hope the good ladies get out there and check it out. I'm really proud of it.
I'm seeing a lot of mint green, a lot of purple, and that's what I'm seeing. Like, to your point of bright, airy, fun, just vibrancy.
Yes.
Yeah. How could you help the women that are doing their hair at home or maintaining their natural styles? Many have not gone back to the salon since the beginning of COVID, and they figured it out watching their YouTube videos and trying different products. What tips can you give for hair maintenance at home?
Hair maintenance at home. Well, the first thing that I want the women to do is to check in. I know a lot of people have been doing the home maintenance, but please, please, please check in with your salon professional. A lot of women I'm so super proud of, they were able to maintain, a lot during our downtime. But please check in with a professional stylist. Let them make some recommendations for you. If nothing else, go in and let them give you a really, really good detoxifying treatment on your scalp, or a really nice mask for your hair. Going forward, I think whatever challenges that they might be facing with their natural hair, or relaxed hair, color treated hair, any of those things, just a nice hair mask. And even as far as your skin, we want to start to do those things to start to exfoliate, the winterness off of our skin, off of our face, off of our neck area. And we want to do the same thing for our hair as well. So yeah, please connect with a stylist and start from that place, and then let them build you a home hair care regimen.
Yeah. That's good. So when it comes to fashion, look at us right now. This is everyday life for everybody, right?
Yeah.
You're popping, you're looking good, but we're like on Zoom, on team meetings, StreamYard meetings, Facebook panels. How can one develop a wardrobe from, you would want to say, the waist up to look fabulous? What are some things that you should always have? Of course, accessories, maybe, some cute frames, something that makes you stand out. What are your tips for looking fabulous on these Zoom calls, girl?
On these Zoom calls, I promise, I have been preaching from the waist up, girl, forever. But it is exactly what you said, Karen. Nice, a nice pair of earrings, a nice little, can you see it now? A nice little statement piece, little necklace. And we still want to keep it light and airy. Like, you still want things that you don't feel like are bogging you down. So, keep it light pieces, with your jewelry, light pieces with the earrings. I love the idea about some accent frames while we're staring into these computers, lenses that have the blue light protection on them. So even if you don't wear prescription glasses, everybody can benefit from the blue light, with the cute frame and cute tops. We are like the backdrop to everything right now. So
Absolutely.
Be your own backdrop now.
I like that. Be your own backdrop. You can
Yeah.
use that in life, though.
Right? I like it. Yes, in life.
Yeah. You're saying backdrop, but at the same time, you're saying stand out. Stand out.
Stand out. Exactly. You're right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. For those that are developing and trying to find their fashion style, I love what you have on the bio of your social media page. Every woman has a style story. Love that. Shop yours with confidence. So how can you help women that aren't too confident with their fashion style, or they just don't know?
Yeah, it all for me, it starts with a positive body image. So just start doing the work on what it is that you're telling yourself about you. That is where it all begins. Funny thing, the women that have given me reviews talk about the way, I encourage them to try new styles, to try things that they wouldn't have necessarily tried on their own, and how much confidence that they've gained from that. So contacting, somebody for an opinion, setting up a personal style appointment if you're not sure, about where to go next, with your fashion or with your style. Contacting me or another, style professional just to help you get, the right items in your clothes to fit, your lifestyle, first of all, and just reflect your personal style.
I love that. Let's talk about this. It's beautiful. I had to print in black and white because, my son is home and he's working. And he's printing from home as well. So we serve our ink. But your ebook, The Stylish Stylist, your guide to a better salon work-life balance. Now, this is part one of a series that you want to do. I love how you talk about reclaiming your time. I love how you talk about taking the first couple of hours of your day for you to tap into you and your wellness. Clearly, COVID inspired you with your book as you were writing, right? How do you want to help other stylists with this ebook?
With the ebook, what my goal with the ebook was to, in a way, put myself back in the salon atmosphere for the younger stylists, for salon owners that want to be able to communicate a better way of doing things with their team or their booth renters or whoever, that they're maybe find themselves mentoring. Being away from the salon, which is, and when I say away from the salon, I just mean outside of the building and working with other people. Putting that ebook together was just, it was my way to connect with my peers and being able to put myself back in their hands where they can have access to me if they need me on that level. And sharing some things from my own past and some journeys that I've had, some scriptures that I've had to lean on to carry me through, those times when I did overbook myself. I overworked myself to the point where I couldn't even enjoy my family sometimes. So I wanted to just put that out there and help my industry in particular understand that there's a better way, because there's always several ways to skin a cat, but there is a better way, and put yourself first so you can be better for everybody else. Love yourself so that you can continue to do the thing that you love at a higher level.
Yeah, I love your morning routine checklist.
Mm-hmm.
That any woman can use this checklist. 1, prayer and meditation. 2, exercise and stretch. have some tea. Hair and makeup, the uniform, meaning what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear today, sis? What you gonna rock today, sis? How you gonna look fabulous today, right? And then check your appointments and do a social post. That could be as simple as just skimming through your email really quickly, making sure that there's something that you don't need to attend to. Just put together your to-do list of what you need to do for the day or review it from the night before. I think this applies to any woman, and just hanging it up in your workspace or at home or on your bathroom wall with a positive quote or your favorite Bible verse to get you through the day. I saw the morning routine and I said, yep, this is it right here.
This is it. And I did. When I wrote that, I felt like even the scripture part of it, one of them is a small part of a personal prayer that I had written in there, which was one of my favorite parts of the ebook. But I felt like any woman can relate, to this morning routine. There are plenty of mornings where I rolled out of the bed when it was time to go, But I'm so much better for everybody else when I give myself those first few hours or the first hour, of the day. I'm so much better.
That may even mean waking up an hour or two earlier, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But to have that time of peace of not only, reclaiming and repurposing your time, but maximizing your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We gotta maximize together. Stephanie, this has been wonderful chatting with you and seeing you during this time in COVID. I really haven't been able to check in the way I wanted to, but yeah, just thank you for this. Thank you for being our first guest for Sis Less Work. One of many firsts for you with Working Divas.
Thank you. It was my absolute pleasure, Karen Vaughn. Thank you for having me as always. I love you, girl.
I love you more. What's next for you? Do you have a pop-up shop? Where can one find you on social media if they want to tap in and see all of your amazing looks at My Sister Stuff?
Yes, tap in to my Instagram at Shop My Sister Stuff on Instagram. You can tap my link tree from any of my social media pages. I'm also on Facebook as My Sister Stuff Salon and Boutque on Facebook as well.
And we also have all the information right below. So click and like and share and save and send. How about that?
It's click, like, share, send.
Yes. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with another episode of Sis Less Work. And again, thank you so much, Stephanie, and all the best in the future, and continue to shine, girl.
Mwah, 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 mwah.